Howdy y'all, Dean Still here from the official home of unofficial Grateful Dead music news, reporting on night 3 from Mexico, and we've all had a blast here. We've been here for a week now. This has been a good one. This is the whole week. Just CID does a great job putting this thing on. This is maybe a couple little hiccups or minor mishaps along the way, but for the most part, this thing, for the size of an event that it is, runs smooth, and they do everything they can to make things happen, and they did a great job. Really a tremendous success. Everybody that's here, I'm sure you won't have too many people complaining about too much. The resort was great. Food much improved. I had some really good meals while I was here, and so really this was just a great time here in Mexico for everybody that was lucky enough to attend. Night 3 for me was the night they finally grabbed the Magic Dragon by the tail, and they were able to hold on for the whole ride. They might have fumbled, but they never lost possession of the ball. No turnovers. This was a strong night all the way through. Plenty of football references. They had the screens on the side of the stages. The band was watching the game while they were playing. They had it on. Everybody excited. San Francisco's going to the Super Bowl, so I'm sure a lot of folks out there very excited about that. We watched this whole thing from the pool. I've been up at the pools at the Grand for sound checks, and sound there is outstanding. It's really better than most places in the venue. If you stand up, you can see some of the screen, but for the most part, you're just going to be listening from there. You're not going to be seeing a lot, which it reminded me of the old days back in the Oakland Coliseum, Hampton, and when they used to put the speakers in the hallways. I spent some time for a couple of years. I was a hallway dancer. I went right in front of the speaker stack. I just wanted the speaker right in my face. I wanted to be as loud as possible and just rocked out. And as I go to California, see 3 or 4 shows and never see the band at all. To spend the whole time in the hallway and stuff. I got past that once I got up front. Then I was up front for a bunch of years. But I used to love jamming in the hallways. Sometimes when you can't see, you hear better. You know, you can't see, you listen closer and you hear better. So anyway, this one, it seemed like the magic was on this one from the time they got started till the time they finished. Hive mind all the way through, the whole band moving in one direction, the same accord in unison. This was a cohesive statement to me musically. Starts off with playing in the band. You kind of we get a first set here that's full of second set meat. I mean, we're getting entrees for an appetizer. This is kind of like eating in the restaurants around here. You get entrees for appetizers. You're going nuts over here. This has been crazy. They opened this thing up playing in the band, Uncle John's band, Dark Star, and listen, those segments are just, you could tell that there's the magic ingredient is found in abundance within the music and those jams, and this is going to be a good time. Loved After Dark Star here. Let's just finish the play in here. There's your reprise. So that whole opening segment, boy, that's a strong way to kick off a first set. They love each other next, and when they're playing like this, they got power and pop, and that thing is snapping, and really good times. So me and my uncle, everyone's gonna love hearing that, you know, because we hightailed it down to Mexico. There we are with me and my uncle. Probably for the first time, Samson and Delilah, for me, with Dead and Company, hasn't been a real strong tune for them, and might have been the first time I heard Samson and Delilah that it had power, and there was authority behind that. John killing it, Jeff killing it, with the two of them driving that thing. Everybody was hitting that one just right. That was a musical piñata party. Everybody got a shot at that one. And then Terrapin to end the first set. I mean, boy, that's just a strong statement, and for whatever reason, it just seemed, as it got laid out, like it all made perfect sense. And I don't know if that makes sense to some of you, but I'm certain it'll make sense to others. That the whole thing just seemed to make perfect sense, seemed cohesive, seemed like just everything that was being played with authority, and the extra ingredient was on all of it. This one had the magical hot sauce. They go to take the break, they finish Terrapin. Weir says, "We'll be back in just a little bit, don't ask." So there you go, don't ask. Come out there for the intermission, and I'm thinking to myself, most amazing thing happened, towards the end of the first set for a lot of us. It's time for a pee break, and being that I listened to the entire first set from inside of the pool, it's amazing that I kind of thought, 'cause I was going to go inside, maybe go up front a little bit, and I thought, well, the only thing that I can definitely say, I've never been up front a ton of times. I've been everywhere else, plenty in my Grateful Dead career, but I've never watched an entire show from pool. A lot of the Eel River I did from the Eel River, but I never watched a whole show from the pool. So did the whole thing while I was inside the pool. There was a bunch of us, and fantastic, really, just a bunch of people very focused on the music. There was enough people to share in the magic, and too few for let anybody screw it up. So I said, not a lot of chatters, not a lot of talking to worry about there. Everybody was focused on the music and jamming hard by those pools. Sound was outstanding. The end of Terrapin comes. That's pee break time. That's when you really got to go for the first time possibly in my musical career, right in the middle of listening to a song at full volume. Well, I took a piss. It felt great. Never had that happen before. So, like I said, I've never been in a pool for a whole show before. It felt wonderful. Didn't have to make it to a bathroom. Well, that's the way it is. So we come out for the second set. Second set kicks off. You get Scarlet. Listen, if you listen to Parrish's radio show, he tells you, Garcia always tell you when you play, and whatever you do, don't stop playing. They hiccup pretty hard. We are fumbled pretty good. Beginning of Scarlet probably was paying attention to the game instead of Scarlet. So fumbled pretty good and damn near stopped. So Garcia's cardinal rule of music, even if things seem like they're going sideways on you, don't stop playing, keep playing. But when they finally recovered the ball after that fumble, we drove this one hard. This one, the jams throughout were outstanding. And with the whole band as a unit, just driving this thing to incredible places. Sure, there's repeats and stuff like that, but when the magic is on the music, they can kind of play anything and it's going to have that little extra something. And through Scarlet and Fire, all the solos that surrounded that were packed with those little familiar fragments of other times and other songs. And it's just, I don't know if it's by effort or it's just one of those things that happens by just kind of magic. But it was in the music and all over the music. On night three, He's Gone had everything you want He's Gone to have, highly emotional, and that one just really a great experience, spooky in parts and completely freeing in others, and that one gripped me. China Rider, outstanding. You kind of know this is going to be similar. I mean, we would all guess these are a lot of the tunes that you're going to get. It doesn't guarantee that the application of them is going to be outstanding. In this case, they played them, they delivered them. Just magic all over the music. The drum segment next, and drums was great. Mickey with the beam was reverberating all over our little piece of property here in Mexico, space far out. Althea out of space. Althea returned to its former glory. That one's can be a roaster. The last few times out, I'm not sure it reached some of the highs that I'd like to see it reach. Last night they killed it. John killed that one. So the jams throughout, Jeff turning it upside down, so Teal thumping away. We are outstanding. I mean, this really, everybody was contributed in a big way to an extremely magical moment last night, and Althea was outstanding. I can't talk to you without talking to me. Listen, Mayer's got that one backwards and it drives me nuts every time. So it doesn't matter. I don't know. To me it does. It drives me nuts. But sometimes little things make a big difference. Anyway, I can't talk to you without talking to me. It's not the other way around. Weir next with Days Between. Outstanding on Weir. That's really one of the Garcia ballads that I think Weir is unbelievable on. And Sang that one just straight ahead. Didn't try to embellish or Shatnerize it, just straight ahead. Gave that song its due, and that was just beautiful. That one, we felt it deeply. I've said it before. The Days Between is as much as his song as it is anyone else's, so not surprised that he does a fantastic job on that one. When the band's playing like they are, you know I'm hoping for there. I'm hoping for the do. I'm thinking the do is the way to end that one. You got the Days Between. Those seem to be the two that you're going to find in that slot when things are just going really well. One of those two are going to show up. We got the Days Between. It was great. U.S. Blues closes the set. And like I said, to me, this whole thing, hive mind, magic on the music from the first note to the last. As they come out for the encore, got the acoustics on, you get Ripple, and Ripple, as we all love hearing that. Songs were filling the air. You get the Not Fade Away reprise to close it. This is a good time. This was a great week in Mexico. To me, night 3, that was the one. That magic all over the music. Didn't experience that nearly as much, if at all, nights 1 and night 2, but night 3, I thought, offered everything. It's might not on paper you might look to night 2, but I think in application, night 3, they just killed it. Everything was as planned. That's why I spend time and treasure to make a trip like this. So I'm there for a night like night 3, an outstanding show. Had the best time here. Many thanks to all y'all. Have been very kind and gracious to my family and I. It's tons of gifts going on. The net fireworks going. But this was just a great, great time. Love y'all forever. Love you super long time. We'll be talking to you soon, because before you know it, they'll announce some summer tour dates. There's been some rumors circulating, lists circulating. I'm not so sure they're too accurate, but you can do what you want with those. Anyway, love you all a long time. It's been a great run here in Mexico, and I don't know, maybe we'll report on maybe something between then and now. Maybe Phil's 80th at the Cap or something. Other than that, I might not see you till summer when they're not playing. I'm not putting out too much material. I got a lot of other shit to do, so I'm not looking to make any kind of brand for myself or name from that shit's all. We're not doing that. We'll just see you when music starts again, all right? So in the meantime, love you.